All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do group well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in 1/3. And Lord's, this lesson is edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash, and the Wada. Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Forgive me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, at a Beck, the world can be visited by prophecy. Okay, so a lot of things been going on this past week and even the week prior. And ultimately what we're witnessing is, when Yahweh Bashem Yahushai starts to make moves, okay, things happen very quickly. All right, which makes sense why we hear Elder Apostle Tahar always go into when the MOTB is ultimately made mandatory, things are going to move very, very quickly. And, this past week just gives you an example how you can be in the middle of suffering, in the middle of enduring, catching your hell, praying, repenting, fasting, all the sorts of the works of the sincere servants. And then, just like that. There it is. Just like that. Prophecy. Okay. Judgment. The world stops. Can you smell that we're at the end of an age? Because a lot of things are taking place right now. So just want to go into this real quick. This is the most current 17 minutes ago, global. Okay. And, a lot of brothers have been talking. A lot of elders have been talking. And this just goes to show you that the world is connected through technology. So there's already a connected infrastructure, okay, that's set up that can easily be resetted to the MOTB platform or system, okay? And the world revolves around Babylon. The world revolves around each other. And the world collectively is going to have to deal with prophecy ultimately. So before I go into that, let's go right into this. In 2 Maccabees, the 8th chapter. Now, the context of this is we're at war. Okay, we're at war here. Now, I want to go down a little bit. You got the Romans, you got the Greeks. A lot was going on. Nicanor. Okay, but let's just jump down to this. 2 Maccabees 8 and 16. It says, so Maccabeus called his men together unto the number of 6,000 and exhorted them not to be stricken with terror of the enemy. So, the scriptures speak about correction, exhortation, and reproof. So there's lessons that go out that may correct you. There's lessons that go out that may reproof you, but then you also have lessons that go out to exhort you. So we're being exhorted right now as we push forward, and we're seeing how, ultimately things are gonna and can play out. All right, things happening simultaneously. You had, the attempted, attempt on Nero, which I'm not really going to give my personal opinion because I'm at the point where whether we know what really happened or not, it's what the world is being told to believe. And that's what matters. Because when I was growing up, you would always kind of be that oddball where everyone else believed, but you would know the truth and you were just labeled, this theorist. But now we're at the time where good. They're making their move, and the world is being forced to believe this narrative, whether we know it to be true or not. Okay. The deal is already done. Okay. It's already taken its toll. So you got to look at it like that, then you got the current king of Babylon. That's rumors that he's going to step down for running for the next, ordained ship of a king over Babylon, because what as a president of America in the Bible is also known in Isaiah, the 14th chapter, as the king of Babylon. Okay, so there's a lot of things that are actually happening. Then you got this global outage, the MICRO soft global, which reminds me of global micro CHIP. It went from global micro, to Nexus global micro CHIP. So there's a lot of things happening. All right. You're paying attention with the news. All right. You're following along. And then when you have this spirit of following along with the news and watching what's going on, and then you look over and you see our people, you kind of almost have that side eye spirit. Or when you look at other, teachings, you kind of look over like, damn, that's what y'all going into. This is living waters. The news has to be current. It says, and exhorted them not to be stricken with terror. Oh, you got this situation out there in Houston. Okay, so things are happening. And then now they're talking about it could take 2 weeks to get the infrastructure back up and running. You got people without power. So what we're seeing ultimately is everybody can play free. Everyone can play, the alpha and, I got it. And, you can act all that way. But when the system goes down of what you've been using to broadcast your bullshit, when that goes down, now what do you have? Okay. Because see, you could be on and popping in Babylon, but when the power goes out, what are you then? And it says, exhorted them not to be stricken with terror of the enemy, nor to fear the great multitude of the heathen who came wrongfully against them, but to fight manfully. So we are to fight manfully. Now, real quick, when it says the great multitude, immediately the first thing that came to my mind was the prophecy in the book of Isaiah where, they're going to come against us in so much as a flood. Okay. So we have to understand that Isaiah 59:19, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west and his glory from the rising of the sun when the enemy shall come in like a flood. So at a Beck, prophecy is going to happen. Okay. At a Beck. And I keep saying that, and I'm going to keep saying that because I have the precept to back it up. But this is how things happen. Do you notice that in your walk? How one day you're sitting there every morning. I had a couple quotes I was looking up every morning. Judgment, Mashapatyam, judgment to light. Real quick, let's get this. Zephaniah 3:5. Every morning does he bring his Mashapat or his judgment to light or to awar, light. He faileth not. Okay, so there's always something happening. What we're witnessing is the increase of what's happening. The increase of judgment is happening. And that's where we're at, to where at a moment or at a morning or at a Beck, the judgment that is brought will be no day like it. So we're getting waves of this. We're getting stages of this. We're getting phases of the biblical judgment of prophecy. And it's just coming in waves at this place. Okay. Which is also, where are we at here? I'm going to hold that. Also, let me read this again and make my point. I had a point. It says, every morning does he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not. Yep. Zephaniah 3:15. So we're witnessing judgment increase upon these people. All right. Now I had a precept. It just came to mind and it just escaped me as fast as I said it. So Adon Ratazah comes back. There was an angle I was going to use, but it says Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai shall lift up a standard against him. So ultimately, when this flood comes in pertaining to prophecy, well, the Lord is going to be on our side. Okay. But we're witnessing, there it is. We're witnessing prophecy increase. Now, that's also talked about in the book of Jeremiah pertaining to fanners. All right. Now, it's been a hot summer. I know a lot of us have gotten real close to our fans. I know I have. But that's also prophecy, too, where the angel will smite the sun and it will scorch men and they'll blaspheme the Lord. This is why it's been so hot, too. It's talked about in Revelations, the 16th chapter as well. Okay. This is Jeremiah 51. This is Jeremiah 51:1. Babylon judged for her sins against Yasharallah. Okay. So when we see things like this, the world's being judged for what they did to us. See, we gotta start tapping into that. Okay. Let me show you. All right. It's just on my spirit to make points. So let me make 2 points for you. All right. When you see war in rumors of war, you need to say the Wadi Abashmal Shai for doing that for us, because World War III is going to take place for what they did to us as well. Okay, now real quick, let me see if I can find it. I think it's right in the beginning. Let's see. Behold, all nations. Yep, right here. Joel 3:2. It says, I will also gather all nations. So we're entering a time where you're going to start hearing about foreign nations gathering together. You're going to start hearing about lands being occupied pertaining to strategic positions for the next world war. But then while the world is standing like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Well, the hopeful elect, having the understanding, blessed is he that readeth, for the time is at hand, is going to be in the spirit of Barakatah Yahabashim Shai for doing this, because you're doing this for us. This means salvation is coming very quickly. Okay, this is judgment. Okay, this is for us. All right, you have to look at that. This is for us. Yeah, ground they ass, sit their ass down. Everybody sit down. Okay. That's what the Lord is doing. Largest IT outage in history leaves world reeling. Well, soon the world's going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. And the Lord's going to do that for us. And the Lord's going to do it for his holy name's sake. So a lot of things are happening, and we can see how they could take place very quickly, as Jake would say, in a New York minute. Okay, but with these things happening, we have to understand that they're happening for us. So Jacob's trouble is going to happen for us as well, not for our detriment, but for our betterment. Okay. So World War III is going to happen for us. Joel 3:2, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Why? Why is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob going to bring all nations down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, Mr. Christian? Mr. Christian holding the Bible? Please, can you tell me? And will plead or judge or mashapat with them there for my people and for my heritage, Yasharallah, whom they have scattered among the nation. Wait a minute, the nation of Israel scattered among the nations? That's a quick question. Where are the literal 12 tribes of Jacob at today? I just want to know. You can say who they're not, but do we know who they are? All right, another lesson. They have scattered them among the nation, good precept to use, and parted my land. Wait a minute, parted my land. So if they parted the land, if the nations have parted the land, that means there's nations in the land and not the children of Israel in the land. So this is a cut right here to those that are occupying the land of the Lord's people. So according to prophecy, those in the land are not the Lord's people for the majority. See that? That's another cut. All right, that's another cut and another angle to use. Ezekiel goes into that. Okay, bastard, and I do me as in the land. All right, so now going back. So the third woe is for the Lord's people, and guess what? So is the judgment upon the world in Babylon for the Lord's people. So this is happening for us. Okay, remember, the Lord brought the plagues of Egypt for us while we were still in the midst of it. So we're going to be in the midst of judgment taking place, but that, just because we're in the midst don't mean the judgment is for us. That's why it says, remember me in the day of thy wrath. Just a sec. Let me grab that real quick. This is help me out, AI. Job 14:13. Oh, that thou wouldest hide me in the grave, that thou wouldest keep me secret until thy wrath be past, that thou wouldest appoint me a set time and remember me. I like that one. Oh, that one's okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Remember me in the day of thy wrath. Okay, so we want the Lord to remember us. Okay. Oh, look at this. What the malefactor said, Luke 23:42. And he said unto Yahushai, Lord, remember me when thou cometh into thy kingdom. And Yahushai said unto him, verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. That's amazing, man. So that's the spiritual mindset that we have is, remember me, O Lord. I know that these people are wicked, and I know to the best of my ability, I'm serving you, but still in the midst of that, remember and have favor unto me as you're judging them, and this is what's taking place. The world has stopped right now. Look at her. She don't give a shit about you. That's one thing I always want to pinpoint in our current condition. Doesn't nobody care that the position we're in, like when it says the heathen stood afar off and they're going to cry when they see the great city burning? You know how offensive that is? Okay. So these people don't give a shit about you. So their day is interrupted. Big deal. Good. because all they do is drive by you. They'll put their coffee cup while you're sitting on the side of the road asking for money. They'll put their coffee cup in eye view so it can block your body out while they're driving by in their car, because all these people do is look over us. I watch, okay? I watch. I sit and I watch how Edomites walk down the street when I see a Jake who's, just finished or done. I'm not telling they need to go up and clean them up. I just watch how people have a blind eye to our current condition that we have kept for a very long time in Babylon for the most part, okay? So this is a good thing, all right? And at a Beck, your day can suddenly be interrupted, all right? Thought you was going to have some little coffee, some cream, and some donuts. You was going to buy and sell and get gain. James 4. Go to them now that say, today we will buy, sell, and get gain. You do not know what will be on the morrow. You don't know what could happen. Last night, chilling, fine, having fun, putting clothes, work out, right? Planning this, planning dates for adultery. Everybody had something lined up. And then the very next day, stop, sit your ass down. See that? At a Beck, things can happen. At a Beck, Trump can dive to the ground, Biden stepping down, MOTB being mandatory, dollar collapsing, crash of the stock market. All right, at a Beck, bombs. Oh, Tel Aviv, something just happened out there. Things are happening. Okay, finish Jeremiah. Jeremiah 51:1, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. That destroying wind will happen in the third war. And I will send up unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. So right here, the fanners, okay? This is why I was saying in waves, okay? So you look, when you go to a fan, you got settings, 1, 2, 3. So, you first start as about 1, kind of kicks up to 2, it goes back down to 1. Then it's on 3. Oh, wow, you can really feel it now. See, that's like the trumpets when it says the angels were preparing the sound. So judgment is increasing because the day of the Lord is soon. It's very soon. So 2 Maccabees 8, and I didn't finish the standard. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, the standard. Yep, the Spirit of the Lord lift up a standard, giving that exhortation. Says, nor to fear the great multitude of the heathen who came wrongfully against them, but to fight manfully. So we have to enter Jacob's trouble manfully, okay? This is why you go through certain battles and tribulations and demons. You may have in particular demon that you're battling. You're not the demon, but you're battling in it. So really you can be strengthened, You'll battle mortal thoughts. Then when you defeat it, you'll start dreaming mortal thoughts. Then you got to defeat those. Then you wake up and you got to defeat anxiety. Then you defeat that and you got to defeat, patience. So there's always something for the men of the Lord to fight against to strengthen them. Okay. And that's what we're doing. We're being strengthened right now while the rest of the world is in disarray. And this is going to keep happening. So we'll see how this plays out. But we're seeing a lot of things spiral out of control, order out of chaos. So 17, and to set before their eyes the injury that they have unjustly done to the holy place and the cruel handling of the city, whereof they made a mockery, and also the taking away of the government of their forefathers. For they said, trust in their weapons and boldness, but our confidence is in the almighty power, who at a beck can cast down both them that come against us and also the world. You see that? At a beck, at a snap of a fingers, the Lord is going to make a move on people. Okay. Let's see. Beckon. Let's see what else we got. Okay, right here. To signal by a nod or gesture. Get them. Just like that. Then Mayaka'Allah rises up. Get them. Then all these men fall down. Just like that. Okay, just like that. So we don't have nothing to fear and worry. Oh, they outnumber us. Remember, Elisha and his servant. There be more with us than be with them. So we're in a time where the Lord is showing you, look, at any minute I could do something to them. At any minute I could do something to them. Matter of fact, let me show you a quick example. At any minute, the Lord's angels of judgment could do something to these people, or at any minute, the Lord can deliver us from these people. Okay, two sides of the coin. What side are you banking on? So let's go real quick to the history of Susanna. Very good read. It's only one chapter. This is the story how Daniel got his fame, and these two wicked ass Israelite elders got judged. So real quick, what Daniel did, he basically put them in an interrogation room and he separated them and found out their story didn't corroborate. So then he told them that judgment is waiting for them. This is History Susanna 1. See, look, he put them asunder. Okay. History Susanna 1 and 55. And Daniel said, verily well, thou hast lied against thy own head, for even now the angel of Yahweh has received the sentence of Yahweh to cut thee in two. So right here, Daniel shows you that when your judgment comes calling, all right, there's nothing that's going to stop that. So these wicked jakes lying to Daniel about what they plan to do to this Israelite woman. Well, the judgment for that ended up being that Daniel told him that there's an angel waiting to cut you in two. So at any moment, okay, so we don't have to fear and they can't find me. We don't have to look at carnality as an obstacle for the Lord. Okay, that's for these people. You see that? They can have the weapons, they can have everything, but at a Beck, things can change. All right, and people experience it. This ain't no article on shit hit the fan plan, you know, because a lot of times for a lot of years, we've done a lot of prophesizing based off articles of not mainstream media. Well, now prophecy is talked about now on mainstream media. So this isn't just some tinfoil talk, okay? This isn't just some a rumor, all right? Things are really happening out here to people, all right? This isn't independent journalism. The thing happened with Trump. That wasn't a private article, you know, Biden. None of these things that we're talking about now are underground. You know, it's all mainstream. Real quick, Habakkuk 2 and 3. I have to get it. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak." See, so when things weren't happening because it wasn't the time yet. Okay, what did Jules say? Ain't quite time yet. All right, so things are happening because it's time now. So it could go back to normal or it can increase. But if you notice, things are happening rapid fire. All right, so now you can picture how judgment on a bigger scale is going to happen. You know, boom, 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 like that. It says, at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So we are in a position to wait. But while we waiting, all right, that's an honor. He that waiteth for his master as he wait for fig tree. Check this out. All right. It says Proverbs 27:18, whoso keepeth the fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof. So he that waiteth on his master shall be honored. So we are here waiting to be honored. Okay. Now, let me just look it up. Let me see. Let's see. How long? Well, trees in general take a long time. How long does a fig tree take? Let's see, to bear fruit. Let's see what that says. How long is a fig tree? 2 to 6 years. That's a long time. Okay. Imagine you. Now I got a couple plants around the house. Now imagine you brothers, you bought a plant. Okay. Even you sisters, you bought a plant and it's a rose bush or something. And then the whole year, the whole month, you be like, damn, is this thing broken? You might want to throw it out. You might not know if it's a dud. Is the soil? So there's a lot of questions that can pertain to you waiting. See that? So you got to be aware while you're waiting. Don't have doubt while waiting. Some things can just take longer than others. So 2 to 6 years is a very long time to keep watering and planting a tree or a plant in your house or garden that you're not seeing no fruit. Well, didn't the apostles go out for many years with no fruit? You could go out to camp for years with no fruit, but you got to keep waiting. See, just like us waiting to be delivered. How long does a fig tree take? Let's see, take to grow. 2 to 6 years. Yep. So you got to think. Someone could say this in a long time. Yeah, let Esau send your ass to prison. 2 to 6. You're like, damn, 2 to 6. What? See? So 2 to 6 years is actually a long time if you're waiting for something. You waiting 2 to 6 years for her to call you back. You might as well let it go. But see, we have to wait on the Lord. Whoso keepeth the fig tree. This is why it says the fig tree, because when it comes to the culture of the agriculture of a fig tree, people know that it's not going to grow as quickly as if you planted a cucumber or a peace lily, things of that nature. All right. Whoso keepeth the fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof. So he that waiteth on his master shall be honored. And guess what? Though it tarry, wait for it will surely come. It will not tarry. You see that? And then what happens? In your patience possessed your soul. Okay. You didn't give in. You see that? Luke 21:19. In your patience possesses ye your soul. So see? Now imagine somebody lost it a month ago. I can't fucking take it. Prophecy ain't happening. Nothing's going on. And then boom, 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 boom. It's like the movie right here. Let me show you. It's like the movie The Mist. Real quick, The Mist ending death scene. Any of you familiar with this movie where she said the God of the Hebrews. She said, let me get that real quick. The God of the Hebrews. Watch. The Mist, God of the Hebrews. She was like, you need to sacrifice one of these kids. She was sacrificing babies to Moloch. Let me put in The Mist movie scene. Right there. Look at that. The God of Israel is the only true God. The Mist. See? That's what she said. Okay, who's the religious lady? Karmati. I don't know her name. The Mist right here. See? Biblical horror. Let's see what this says. Blood sacrifice. See? Yeah, but you get it. She was like, they were like, what's happening? She said, it's the God of the Hebrews. The God of the Hebrews is doing this. Okay? And that's right. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. See? In one scene, there's a military man that is accused of being the reason for God's wrath upon the earth. See that? I just wanted to get that specific quote that she said. Let's put that in quote. I'm a man of visualization. All right. Oh, so I guess it was the God of the Israel. I thought she said the God of the Hebrews. Let me see. Let's go to this. Oh, she did say that. Well, I don't want to click it because they'll copyright me, but you get it. I'm sure you're familiar with it, but you get it. You see that? So we got our point. And then during this movie, what happened was some of them finally escaped, and they ended up doing they ended up taking each other out. And just as the last scene that he took his son out. So my point is, see how patience possesses your soul? You could give up, and literally a millisecond later, here comes salvation. You just had to wait a millisecond longer, a breath longer, a blink longer, a beck longer. If you would have just one more second longer. See that? It says, after finding David's wife dead back at their home, David and his group continued driving until they ran out of gas. Then, in a very brief scene, David and the other adults wordlessly agreed to end their own lives. David shoots his friends and then his son, but does not have enough bullets for himself. And then right after that, the military came in. See? Ah! See that? So you're right here, vexation of spirit, so much to the point that you took your family members out, getting ready to take yourself out. Boom, here comes deliverance. See that? At a beck. Okay? So patience truly possesses our souls. All right? This last one, I believe is that all I got? Yeah, that's all I got. 1 Thessalonians 5:1, but of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Why? Because you're doing lessons too. You brothers doing your own lessons too. You reading up. You sending articles too. You know what's up. There is a small body of believers that have been given a light to shine, and we all are shining that same light. Okay. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall cometh as a thief in the night. Ah! What happened? Coming as a thief at a Beck. Who's that? Late night. I wasn't expecting anybody. Were you? Of course you're not expecting prophecy to knock on your door. Of course. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden, why are they going to say peace and safety? Because something's happening. Something's happening. And they're going to say, we're going to fix this. We're going to bring in the mark, and we're going to bring peace, and it's going to be safe for all of them. Then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. They ain't going to escape World War III. See? But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. But a thief comes unexpectedly. A thief comes unexpectedly. Let me see. Look at that. I put a thief comes unexpectedly, and the first thing pops up, not a quote, not a movie, but a biblical verse. See that? Look at all these Bible verses. See? Look at that. See that? Let's put let's ask Google why. You know, why does a thief come unexpectedly? Look at this. Why does Matthew 24 say Hamashiach will return as a thief? See that? See that? They ain't telling you about somebody in your house. You know, they're bringing it to a biblical scale. And I even put KJV, but you get it. It says, but brethren, ye are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. And we're constantly in the mindset of staying spiritually sober so we don't fall into darkness. We don't allow, quote unquote, daily affairs affect our mind's eye of what we were born to be here for. Okay. We all have our own individual endeavors, but none of that trumps the task at hand. Okay. Ye are the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. See that? So these people are done. Okay. They're drunk. They're in the night. We're in the day. This is why we can see and they can't. This is why it comes unexpectedly. Okay. The end of the world will come unexpectedly unto them, meaning the end of the age. The third woe is going to come unexpectedly. The MOTB unexpectedly. Trials, tribulations, Jacob's trouble unexpectedly. We are expecting the unexpected. All right. So then we compile everything that we're watching and seeing, and then we're going into the scriptures and giving you a biblical aspect of what's happening in real time. Unlike others that hold the Bible, unlike others that question us with the Bible. So as you see, time tells all. Okay. And the majority of these people that have the energy to just debate or things in the real world are affecting us on a day-to-day basis. See, these guys are drunk off YouTube. We're in the real world. We just happen to be using YouTube to showcase what's happening in the real world, unlike others. The others use social media to keep you out of reality. But we're using these platforms and bringing reality to it, and prophecy is reality. So I just wanted to do a real quick lesson. I pray it was edifying and encouraging. I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh b'Hashem Yahushai to you brothers tuning in. All right. And you few sincere sisters, to you, I say shalom. And hey, just keep on enduring, keep watching, keep praying, and continue to stay sober, because at a Beck, everything can change to a level to where it won't go back to normal. That's where we're at. Okay. We're watching things. We're watching a cup of prophecy fill up to the level to where when it spills over, there's nothing that can clean it up. Okay. And then it's just going to have to play out from there. All right. With that being said, shalom.